Or is it Michael Jackson? You decide. My hands do not match. Hi guys, and welcome to my scary ass pumpkin tutorial. Before we start, if you like it, please leave a likey, and to support me, subscribe to this channel if you like to see more. Let me know what you like to see next. Let's start off this tutorial by making faces, and be ready for the makeup that's gonna be on your face. So if you want to wear foundation under it, go ahead, but you don't have to. Starting off by a pencil liner and creating a mustache. No, just kidding. With the pencil liner I'm creating the pumpkin mouth. It's going all around my face, up to my ears. And I'm drawing in the cracks around my eyes, underneath my nose, and a bit on my forehead. Because I want to. Filling in the rest of my face with my orange face paint. And using my pencil liner again to create the kind of roots from the pumpkin itself that's growing underneath, on my neck, and a bit of branches and stuff around that. Filling that also in using my orange face paint again. Very cool. Okay, now fill in the rest of your face using black face paint. And you're done! Nah, just kidding. We got some more steps, but these are the basic steps, so let's go ahead. You may want to add several coats of your black face paint, since this stuff is really not pitch black as it's supposed to be looking on the pictures and on the camera, so add up some extra layers if you like. And I'm using a tinier brush to fill in the edges or places that are hard to reach, because you don't want to mess it up. You want the lines to be straight and very contrast-like, not fuzzy, because the pumpkin is sadly not fuzzy. Fill in your ears, because otherwise you look very weird. Oh, and by the way, it's so much fun to get this stuff off under the shower. My god, it was a hell. Bringing the black face paint down towards my neck and filling in every piece of skin that is still visible on the camera, going a bit under my shirt, just to be sure, you never know. Sketching out some more branches and stuff for the pumpkin neck part. You can do whatever you like with this. You can also leave them orange or just leave them out at all. I just wanted to do this to incorporate my neck because I wanted to. And I'm filling in the rest of my neck with black face paint. Now, would you look at that? It's a basis! Now, if you want, you can use some black face paint and go around the edges of your head and put some of it in your hair to make it look darker and complete it. I did it because I think it's much of a better effect and it looks really cool in pictures. So, see what you like. I liked it. Do a little dance because you feel sexy as a pumpkin, if that's a thing. Everything is a sexy Halloween costume, but so why not a sexy pumpkin, huh? Lining my eyes using my pencil liner again to make them look darker. And using a tiny detail brush, I'm going to add the edges of the cracks on my face. And I'm doing this with a black face paint. Just going around the edges, following the lines and the forms of the pumpkin crack. And using the detailing brush again, I'm just going to add up some lines that are going down from the cracks into the crack itself. I know it doesn't really sound like it's making sense, but just see what I do. And using a fluffy eyeshadow brush, I'm just gonna shade around the edges of the crack using dark orange colors, dark red colors, dark brown colors, and even some black. Just playing around with it until you get a nice gradient. Blend, 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 till you get that nice gradient, or until you're just satisfied with the effect. And to add up some more highlight above the cracks, I'm using some white eyeshadow, and again blend, 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 blend that out until you're satisfied. Defining the cracks a bit more with some dark eyeshadow if you want to. Now using this device, again an angled eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna add some stripes on my face for the more pumpkin kind of texture effect. Because pumpkins are not just as flat as your face is, so just add in some ridges and stripes and everything that is pumpkin-y. Going in with even darker colors, some dark browns or some blacks to give it some more definition and some more depth. Oh god, there's that word again that I can't say because of some reason. to give it some more dimension. Here, there we go. And using some dark orange and some dark brown eyeshadow, I'm gonna shade around the forms of the mouth to make it look more 3D and make it pop out a bit more. I'm leaving some space between the shading and the mouth to make it look a bit more 3D, and in this way it pops out a bit better. Blending that shading out downwards on the bottom of the mouth and upwards at the top of the mouth. And using the same orange face paint that I used in the beginning and a brush, I'm just gonna add some nasty pumpkin-y kind of threads down on my mouth that are still connected with the bottom of the mouth, like the mouth was just cracking open, you know what I mean? Just using the orange face paint to connect the top of the mouth with the bottom. And I think it adds up to the scariness of this face paint. Covering it up with a bit of eyeshadow because the face paint was a bit transparent because of the black underneath. And using my tiny detailing brush, adding in some tiny ridges and stripes for my pumpkin-y effect kind of skin for the texture. And you can use dark brown, orange or black for this. I use black because black is cool. Use a small foundation brush and some dark brown face paint to create your little branch and fill it in. Again, try to use sharp lines and edges because this is not supposed to be looking fuzzy. And I'm also shading both my branches using my detail brush and a bit of dark brown or black face paint to give it more detail and make it look cooler, because you want to be a cool pumpkin, right? I'm shading my branch using some light brown eyeshadow and blending that out, and I'm also adding in a bit of shadow using some black eyeshadow. I have literally no idea what I was saying here, but hey, just shade your branch orange kind of thingy, pumpkin root, whatever, using some dark brown eyeshadow and blend it out. I'm also adding in some moss and just green stuff that you usually find on branches to make it look more like a branch and a bit more realistic. And I think it adds some nice detail and extra color in the palette, which is also great because the palette colors are only orange and black. So a tiny bit of green adds some more color. I'm just using a sponge and some black face paint to cover up my hair, make it look black so it's easier to edit in the pictures, and the whole picture just completely looks better itself. That step's completely optional, but do whatever you like. And that's everything there is to this look. Now you can be a scary ass pumpkin for Halloween or any time of the year and scare the shit out of some people with this. I hope you liked this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!